Alright people, welcome to the VF Cast, episode 16. I am VF Baller, and today I got a lot to talk about, a lot to unpack. Just been doing my thing, making content, and I'm glad everybody is enjoying the content. You guys are great, you guys are awesome. Checked out the last two episodes of the VF Cast if you have already. It's been pretty good. The feedback's been great. Shout out to Jack Move Johnny, shout out to Amber Simone. They have been excellent guests on the show, and I'm in the works having more people on the show. And the thing about it is I want to do a situation where every other episode or every third episode will have a guest, and on those episodes we basically talk about gaming. And so far so good, and thanks to everybody who's been watching. If you haven't watched them, go check them out. They're really good in my opinion. Very good, informative, interesting conversations. So hopefully you guys will be able to check it out. And pretty much I'm going to continue with this content. Thanks everybody who's been watching. Thanks everybody who's been coming through. And we're just going to get right into this one. Today we're going to talk about Battlefield 2042, the Portal, and how big of a game changer that's going to be. Also, I want to talk about Grid Legends. You know, I'm a really big fan of the Codemasters group, and they've been acquired by EA, so I'm kind of a little weary about that. But you know, I'm going to see how that plays out, because EA has been getting a bad rap for the acquisitions they made. Overall, they make pretty good games in my opinion. The quality of the games haven't been an issue for the most part in my book, so I've been okay with it. But I'm a little worried about the basically just the direction of the Grid, not necessarily just Grid and the Codemasters vision of racing games, because they could take a turn normally when they get acquired by another company. We're going to see how that plays out, because I love Codemasters in general. I really do love them. If you guys haven't already, you know, like these videos that I put up, hopefully you guys will like this one. Also share it, let people know what I'm doing over here. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. This small channel is growing, and I appreciate the ones who are coming by to watch the content, and also the people who watch the First and Frame Rates channel. That's my second channel. Well, actually that's my primary channel. And thank everybody who watches the content over there as well. The feedback has just been awesome. I really appreciate it. All right, before I get into Battlefield 42 and I'm gonna get into Grid Legends, I'm a little worried about what's going on at Activision. I mean, Activision is really you know, Activision, the lawsuit over there is really disturbing, and I'm not going to get too much into it, but it just crossed the wire not too long ago, and I just couldn't shake it. I couldn't get it off my mind. What's going on what has happened over there allegedly is really bad, especially, you know, for female workers and all this other stuff, and the way things are being portrayed of what they're doing as far as management, HR, and all this other stuff. Allegedly, it's just been a lot going on as far as treatment, the culture over there. And I'm not going, like I said, I'm not going to get into it, but whatever happens over there, I hope it gets resolved, and with the right people get their just due, because from what I read in the lawsuit, is really disgusting. And I'm not even talking about the games at this point. I can care less. I know somebody on Twitter was talking about the gaming aspect of it. That stuff is thrown out the window at this point. I don't care about the games at this point when you read what's going on with that situation. So hopefully that gets resolved, and that's pretty much all I have to say about that. It's really crazy. All right, before I get into them, I'm gonna make a few changes right here so we can talk about what's going on here. We'll put that right there. I'm gonna throw up this let's see, where is it? This right here, the window capture. Bam, put that up there. So we're gonna talk about some Battlefield 2042. Also, I want to put this up as well. These are my Patreon members. If you haven't checked out the Patreon, the link will be down in the description. Over there, I do extra content when it comes to sports and gaming. So if you guys want to check that out, I highly recommend it. I think it's a pretty good look if you guys look at the content over there. And if you choose to pledge, that would be awesome. I really appreciate it. everybody who is whoever has pledged already, they're right here up bottom, right under me, and they're scrolling up so you can see the ones who are Patreon members. Thank you guys once again. I cannot thank you guys enough. All right, let's go ahead and get into it. Battlefield 2042. The Portal is basically somewhat of a sandbox. It's pretty much a sandbox in a game where you can basically mod the game the way you want to, and you can change things around as far as the maps, the arsenal, the type of players or avatars or men that you want on the field. You can move things around, weapons, equipment, all this stuff. So basically what it's saying is, our tools, your rules. Battlefield Portal is a love letter to the long most standing fans of the franchise. Experience the nostalgia of the past Battlefield games combined with the cutting edge technology of Battlefield 2042 in fights anywhere it can happen. Change the rules of war, the builder, your sandbox, your rules, the maps, arsenal, share progression, more intel. So basically, you can get guys from one era to fight against guys from another era and use the equipment from another era to the other. I think it's very exciting, and based on what is happening with Battlefield 5 or Battlefield V, whatever you want to call it, I think this is basically them stepping their game up to get back to where it is now. As far as leaving off with Battlefield 4, in some cases Battlefield 1, where they left off, and they're expanding on that. And let's get into it. We're going to get down. I don't know if you saw the trailer. The trailer is awesome. Change the rules of war. Battlefield Portal is a platform where you discover unexpected battles and change the rules of war. Countless experience from several Battlefield sandboxes await, not only from Battlefield 2042, but the classics Battlefield 1942, which is an excellent game in my opinion. I love Battlefield 1942. Played tons and tons of hours of that game. Battlefield Bad Company 2 and Battlefield 3. Take on custom-made modes or create your own unique experience using powerful builder tools. Now, I noticed they don't have Battlefield 4 in here, which I think Battlefield 4 would be excellent here, but I digress on that because Battlefield 4 has turned into its own, it turned into its own thing. It's to the point where now Battlefield 4 is still being played very highly on PC. I'm not sure about the consoles, but it has a great following to the point where that game could probably still stand alone for the next few years. So I'm kind of see why they probably don't want to cannibalize that game because it still gets a lot of burn. The Builder. Leverage complete Battlefield toy box with powerful tools to create a new and completely unique Battlefield experiences. Tweak basic settings like weapons or maps, or go deep into the editor to tinker with the details. Now, me personally, I'm not going to get into any of this. I'm not going to be doing this stuff. I'm going to play the maps that other people do because I'm not big on modding or anything like that. Now, I'm big on putting mods together once they're finished to play them. So I'm going to get into that. So it's going to be really interesting to see what they do with that. Community experiences. Find a Battlefield Portal experience that's right for you by browsing and rotating series of featured games or a wide variety of games built by the community. So you can basically have your own experience based on the way that you want it to be. You don't have to be stuck into doing something here or doing something there or playing this because of that. It's only catered to this, that, and the third. You can actually find one that works out for you and have a set load of games and features or maybe even maps that works out for you. Your sandbox, your rules. Just talked about this. Imagine assault rifles and helis of Battlefield 2042 on the Battlefield 1942 map, Battle of the Bulge. Or perhaps a knife versus defibrillator fight on Caspian border. Battlefield Portal inclusion of a classic Battlefield universes open up a hugely creative gameplay opportunities of all cutting-edge gear and vast maps of Battlefield 2042 brought into the Battlefield Portal, which allows you to wreak havoc in new exciting ways. So now you're looking at different type of weapons that could be used. Let's say if you want the, I think it was the type T100, or I can't get the name right, or the T100 from Battlefield 1942. You use that weapon in a futuristic setting, or you can use one of the best, one of my favorite is the G36C back into Battlefield 1942, or you can use it in Bad Company 2, or whatever the case may be. I think that will be really cool to use. Imagine a defibrillator on, another map that the defibrillator wasn't used for. Yeah, I know it's somewhat of a fantasy look, but hey, when you making up things, that's how it goes. I mean, that's what it is. And this looks like a situation where this will be really, really exciting to see. And definitely see what people come up with, because that's the thing. The creativity of people and gamers, or people who like the mod, the creativity is is vastly innovative, and what people do is just like awesome. And some people created games off mods. Some people have end up being reached out to big companies and working for companies because of mods. So it is going to be really interesting to see how that plays out. The maps, we're bringing back the fan favorite maps, providing with modern high definition quality. Classic Battlefield has been rebuilt from the ground up using the latest versions of Frostbite engine. The iconic maps are Arca Harbor, Alamein, I think I said that right. The Battle of the Bulge, Valparaiso, Caspian Border, Noshar Canals, and will feel new thanks to their striking reworked visuals and destructive effects. Now, if you look at this right here, you just look at just a glimpse of what they have here. That just looks beautiful. All the different maps that they can use, and I just can't wait to see how that plays out. It just looks beautiful. It really does. The arsenal, and I just said this not too long ago. You will have freedom to decide what cutting-edge arsenal of weapons, equipment, and vehicles you will use to win the day. Special care has been taken to let you balance weapons and vehicles as you see fit. For instance, modern guns don't necessarily have to be stronger than World War II weapons. That last one, I'm kind of thinking about that, because modern guns are in some cases, they are stronger than World War II weapons. So I don't know how that'll play out, but we'll see. We'll see. But I think in the scheme of things, they wanted to be more balanced, because you want to use these weapons in certain situations with the differences and modifications, or the creativity that may come about. So with that being said, I can see where it is going to be a balance. Will weapon firearms from classic Battlefield games using the Panzerschreck M1 Garand, I think I said that right, Garand, G3, M60, and the M416, M416, whichever you want to call it, vehicles. Traverse the battlefields with iconic vehicles like the Spitfire, Tiger 1, quad bike, VDV, buggy, Little Bird, and many more. With the gear, it'll be landmines, mortars, C4 charges, defibs, radio beacons, a multitude of war tools across the battlefield area at your disposal. So another thing I know they didn't talk about, what about the revives? Like, I know in Battlefield 1, they had the revive was the syringe. But in Battlefield 4, and I'm pretty sure in later Battlefields like 2042, they're going to have the defibrillator. I'm curious to see how that plays out. And it'll be cool to see, but it'd be interesting to see, because anyway, even in modern times, you could use a syringe to help people get better. So is that really a gap? Just think about that. It's pretty interesting. Shared progression. Earn XP no matter how you play. Progression is shared between Battlefield 2042 and Battlefield Portal, which means you're constantly feeding your rank in Battle Pass. So that's pretty interesting. So you no matter how you play, you always hit XP. You don't have to worry about where you're playing to get certain XP. So everybody will continue to level up and build up. So that's a good thing. So that'll be great to see. All you need to know about Battlefield Portable, yeah, you can read the article, whatever the case may be. Just went through all of this, and I'm just gonna give you my thoughts. I believe that this is going to be a game changer when it comes to Battlefield Online. This is going to be huge. I think this is something that's going to pretty much carry a lot of weight within the gaming community, and I can see a lot of people on this. I think this is something that people are going to be picking up and playing and have tons of fun, tons of ideas, a lot of innovative things going to happen. Hopefully it all holds together and nobody ruins it with hacks or whatever the case may be, because that's always a possibility. And it looks like this is going to be really, really good. I cannot wait to see how this plays out. I really can't wait. As of right now, I'll probably be playing this on PC. I do have an Xbox One S. Well, I do have an Xbox One S, but I have a Series S as well. And I'm planning on trying to get another next gen console, because I want to play this on console and PC like I've been doing with all the other Battlefields. Been pretty much playing Battlefield 4 on the Xbox One, PS4, and I played a lot on PC. So hopefully that gives me that same option. But I mean, for the main part, I want to get PlayStation 5. So I may need to run and try to get one ASAP. So we'll see how that plays out. So let me know what you guys think. If you like this, let me know what you think in the comment section. Also, if you want to like this video, share this video, let people know what I'm doing over here. This is the VFCast episode 16, where I'm constantly just trying to make content. If you want to look at the Patreon, the link is down in the description as well. All right, I'm right here. Let's look at this. Grid Legends. I'm on the PlayStation blog, but Grid Legends. Let me tell you about my my experience with Grid. I've been a big fan of Codemasters probably since the PlayStation 2, original Xbox days. These guys made phenomenal games back then, and they just continued to make games. I mean, I think what Codemasters was, they were the big deal behind Toka Race Driver, I think. 1, 2, and 3. I mean, I showed that Toka Race Driver 3. I just picked up that game again because that last game I had wasn't in good shape. But I did pick that game up, and I just love Codemasters. I mean, from Toka Race Driver to Dirt 4, Dirt 3. I mean, that's a little different. The only game I didn't have a pretty big I did not have a pretty big liking to was Dirt 5. It's just something about that game I just never did like. I may give it another shot, but I really, really did not like that game. And it was something that I wish Codemasters would have, you know, gave a better look to. But yeah, it's just something about that game I just never did like. But let's talk about Grid Legends. Grid Legends is a game where it has a story mode. The last game that I remember that had a pretty good story mode, in my opinion, was I think it was R Racing, made by Namco or something like that. It was a game with a storyline, and it was actually pretty good. Some other games, I think Toka Race Driver tried to have somewhat of a storyline, a career mode, but it wasn't really that big. Need for Speed The Run is another one that crosses my mind. Also, I think it was Need for Speed Payback. The Run was okay. It could have been a lot better. Payback, I never really finished. So that's one game I may need to go back and finish, because I did like the game, but I didn't finish it that much. Let's talk about Grid Legends. For the first of the franchise, Grid Legends story will be played out via innovative virtual production, blending a fantastic real-life cast, stunning set, and thrilling gameplay to bring you closer to the action than ever before. As the legendary Grid World Series returns for another year, you will be in the spotlight as a fly-on-the-wall documentary captures every confrontation, all of the I don't know if I said that right, politics, every pivotal moment in the championship, as you challenge the infamous Raven West Motorsport and the McCains for the dominance on and off the track. I'm not going to get too much into that, but you basically got the gist of it. It's going to be a story mode where you know, somewhat a rags to riches, bottom to the top type deal. And it's going to be, I think it's going to be pretty good. Also here it says, prepare to watch the drama unfold off the track, but also be prepared to handle your business on it as a unique racing story plays out with you in the middle of it all. Okay. Racing variety, what's our story weaves together. I'm not going to get into more of that. I'm just going to give you my, whoa, wait a minute. 130 routes will await you on launch, including the real iconic real-life tracks like Indianapolis, grid favorites such as San Francisco and Paris, and brand new locations like Moscow and London, which you have may spotted from the trailer. If you have saw the trailer, you should go see it. I think it's pretty neat. From purpose built tracks to high-speed ovals to tight, twisty streets, the racing challenges offered in Grid Legends are broader than ever. Okay, so 130 routes is that's enticing. I like to see. I like that. That looks really good. I'm here for that. You could create Grid Legend race creator. Okay, that's cool. So you can create, I don't have a problem with that. You can create races or whatever the case may be. I'm here for that. It'll be out in 2022. All right, let me give you my thoughts about this. Grid Legends looks like it's going to be a pretty innovative idea. The problem with Grid Legends, the problem with racing games in general, most people don't gravitate to story mode racing games for some reason. Me being a big person on racing, I love the fact that I have story modes in it. In some cases, I create my own story within me trying to beat other races on the track. Like with Forza 7, my own story mode in my own mind is just trying to get first place in everywhere I go. Every track I run, every vehicle I get into. Same thing with Gran Turismo. I do the same thing with that. Dirt 4 that I've been playing. WRC is another one. I always try to just be the best of the best, and it doesn't have like necessarily a story behind it, but me pushing myself to be number one is a story within itself. And I don't know if people will take too kind to this, because every time it's been tried, it just hasn't played out. Hopefully, I hope Grid Legends do that. I hope it does gravitate, pull people in, because I think Codemasters and Grid, they make phenomenal racing games. Now, I don't know how the story mode will go through. Hopefully it will, and it will be able to be the type of game that you will like, because I actually like Grid 2019. That game, it plays out very well. It plays out very well, and it's been received very well as far as the racing genre itself. I see a lot of people on it. A lot of people play it. Got pretty good reviews or whatever the case may be. So I'm really interested to see what goes on with Grid Legends. I think this is a game I'm definitely gonna be picking up. Whether it be for PC or whatever the case may be. Whatever it finds, I feel at the moment which console I want to pick it up for, I will pick it up for that console. So hopefully it plays out in the positive, because I don't want to see Codemaster go down the wrong route, because to me, Codemaster's been the best, in my opinion, the best racing studio, I've ever played. Don't get me wrong, I love Forza, I love love Gran Turismo, I love all these other companies, but just something about Codemasters, they always put out a really good product overall. Even from the Dirt series, the Grid series, the F1 series. I think they did On Rush as well, which is an arcade style game. They dropped the ball with Dirt 5. And I think when they did Project Cars, Project Cars 3, I didn't like that as well. They were I think there was a part of that as well. Project Cars 3 just did not do it for me. Project Cars 2 is amazing. I love that game. But that's pretty much it for Grid Legends. Hopefully, we'll see what plays out on that end right there, and we'll see how that plays out. All right, that's pretty much going to be it for this episode. If you guys like the content, I'm sorry about that. If you guys like this content, please let me know. Shout out to the guys that are on the Patreon. I'll just leave that right there. Shout out to the guys that's on the Patreon. You guys are great. Appreciate you guys. Also, if you guys want to see more of this stuff like this video, share this video, subscribe to the channel. Also, if you have not checked out the First and Frame Rates channel, you can check that out as well. I try to do the best I can to give you guys daily content. I think I put up content daily as far as between both channels. Also, on the Patreon, I have extra content over there. You guys can check that out. I do a mini episode of First and Frame Rates over there. And I got other content that's going to be coming very, very soon. Be on the lookout for that. The guys that are on Patreon, wait until this weekend. I got, yeah, this weekend I will have more content for you guys, and you guys will enjoy it. So if you guys are interested, check out all the links down below. And pretty much that's gonna be it. I will be putting up more content that's on this side, the YouTube side as well. And I probably will be streaming. I probably will be streaming some games this as well. So I got a lot going on. The Twitch channel, all you gotta do, go to Twitch, check out VF Baller, and that that channel will pop right on up. I probably will be streaming over there. I'll be putting a notification up on that as well. It's been a while. The link of that will be down in the description. All the stuff will be down in the description. Check that out. The Facebook group, all that other stuff. I got all the stuff going on. Hopefully you guys will check it out. And I will be seeing you guys next time, where I will be having a guest. More like I'll be having a guest for episode 17 of the VF Cast. Also, the First and Frame Rate Show. I got a lot going on, like I said. All that stuff be going on. First and Frame Rate Show will be every Sunday at 10 a.m. A lot of things. Check out the link in the descriptions, or the links in the description. Say that backwards. And you guys will be flooded with a lot of content. All right, y'all. I will see you guys on the next one. You guys be blessed. Shout out to everybody who's been supporting. You guys take it easy. Peace.